What's up, everybody? It's me back here again, and I owe two TNA reviews, so I gotta get through two of them since the show's actually been really good, and I haven't really acknowledged it. But before I really do acknowledge, get into the TNA reviews, it's gonna be two separate videos for them. I do have one thing to say. Learning about the news today. Unfortunately, we lost another legend, the legendary Mr. Fuji, Hall of Famer. You know, big guy during the 80s in the WWF. Listen, I may have not really grown up on Mr. Fuji, but I've always looked up the history of it and watched him, being a manager, everything for people like Yokozuna and others. He knew how to be that heel manager and everything. And can't forget about the whole Mr. Fuji with, I guess, the dust and stuff. If I got it wrong in that. But I was surprised that he actually died today, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought Mr. Fuji was already dead. I felt like, cause I always wanted to mention Mr. Fuji, but I just didn't know if he was dead or not. I guess I never just really, kind of bothered to look up on the internet, and he lived to the age of 82. So I was really shocked when I read about it that Mr. Fuji died today. They said this morning. So rest in peace, Mr. Fuji. Because I was actually shocked. Like I said before, I actually thought he was really dead already. So I didn't know if he was alive in that. But before we begin the TNA review, let's just have a little bit of moment of silence for Mr. Fuji. Okay. Now, TNA, we kicked it off with, Bobby Lashley walking backstage as Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan were talking to Aaron Rex as Lashley pretty much walked in on him and stuff and just looked at him, just walked away then. We kicked it off with James Storm with a beer in his hands, and he was very much in street clothes. He was pissed and he wanted to see referee Brian Hebner saying you effed up last week. And he said he brought up being Lashley in under 10 seconds. He had him. And, I should be the world champion right now as people chanted, you got screwed and everything. Billy Corgan came out and he got on the mic and he told Storm, he put his hand on James Storm and Storm told him not to touch him. And, the decision was final and everything, all game, it's the final quarter and stuff, it's not one in the first. But Corgan pretty much, talking, saying that, listen, you lost and that's what happened, but the fans wanted a rematch. And Storm says, I've been a TNA original from the beginning. He went under the ring, took a toolbox in, had a hammer, and he says, I helped build this damn company, okay? Limb by limb. He called Corgan a stupid rock star. He took the hammer and hit it on the turnbuckle until security showed up then, and Storm pretty much said, rock stars need security, but the boys take care of business themselves. And Storm pretty much told Corgan that he said Corgan came to this company and he didn't know anything about James Storm. And, James Storm even brought up guys like AJ Styles and Bobby Roode. They've left this company, but I stayed here for a reason and everything. He still believes in TNA, even though other originals like, Bobby Roode and AJ Styles have left the company, that were there from the beginning really and helped build that company bit by bit. And he hit one of security with a beer bottle, and Corgan told Storm, your actions are not going to go down this way. You've proven a point. And Storm pretty much says, I beat the crap out of a lot of men, and he's got the chance to beat up a rock star. And he said, if I pass ever cross again, he's going to put on his bucket list to smash Corgan's pumpkin, smashing pumpkins and stuff. So he pretty much walked out there, and Billy Corgan says, you are suspended indefinitely now. Well, Storm pretty much was hyped out there, and the crowd pretty much was into him, and we're very over with him. Better TNA crowd we got nowadays. So at least a little bit more over now and stuff. I was excited to be there. James Storm was actually leaving the building, getting in his car, and pretty much leaving the impact zone. And his cameras and security kept following him. Eddie Edwards went against Moose then, and I guess they took away Moose's theme song because it made him more of a face. So they came out to Mike Bennett's theme song as Edwards went against Moose then. Moose won with the Sky High or the Go to Hell, whatever kind of move it's called. So it was a pretty good match, and Bennett pretty much got involved, but pretty much Mike Bennett won. They played his theme, so they could be breaking up soon, I guess. But Eddie Edwards still on by himself. I don't know where Davey Richards at. I could have sworn Davey Richards was there the week before. Well, no, it wasn't the week before, but at Destination X. But I guess he's still hurt in a way. So yeah, Gail Kim was in the back talking to, I guess, Maria then, and stuff. Not Maria, but Jade. I guess Jade was future knockouts for division and stuff. And pretty much Gail Kim said she's going to go through the entire knockouts division to get to Maria. As Gail Kim went against Jade and stuff. How can I say this? How can I say this? Gail Kim pretty much went against Jade, and pretty much a good match. Even though it was in DQ. Eric Hebner was out there, and I don't know, Marty Bell get involved in this match, if I remember. I just know Maria was getting involved throughout the match and everything. And I'm sorry, Sienna got involved, and I guess took both women out, both Gail Kim and Jay, so it was pretty much a DQ finish. But, the women's match was what it was, even though it's mostly Gail Kim trying to get to Maria. Bobby Lashley was talking to the X Division guys, and Mandrews, Zema Ion, and Braxton Sutter. Lashley pretty much was gloating and stuff, and they told Lashley he was a prick then. And DJ said he wasn't afraid of Lashley and stuff. And one day you're going to get pushed to your limit. Someday one of us X Division guys is going to beat you to get that X Division title back. So I guess Lashley's picking on any type of wrestler around right now. They talked about the tag team. I'm a little bit confused over this whole here. I'm trying to remember everything from what 2 weeks ago on TNA aired and stuff, and DJZ pretty much came out. I guess it was a #1 multi-man, whatever this match was. Really, was Spud versus DJZ versus Braxton Sutter versus Mandrews, and I guess some type of #1 contender spot for the X Division title or something. I just know DJZ got the win. It was a pretty much spot fest with the X Division, which they really need to do something better with them, because these spot fests are not gonna really go nowhere every time they do this. It's like spot fest after spot fest after spot fest. EC3 then came out to the ring, and he said that Drew Galloway made a bold challenge to him and stuff, as what is he gonna accept Drew Galloway's challenge and everything. And he could have done it if he wanted to, but Galloway says, why don't you take the challenge and stuff, and of course everyone could think you're scared or whatever he said, but EC3 accepted the challenge until Aaron Rex came out to the ring, and this entire universe, I guess, or whatever is watching Galloway and EC3 right now. I was talking to TNA management, and this is going to be EC3 versus Drew Galloway next week. He's going to be the referee, so that's going to happen. Eli Drake pretty much was in the back talking about James Storm. He fumbled his opportunity in the Kingdom Mountain title, and that was my title and everything, until Lashley came up and pretty much mocked him and everything, saying yeah, Eli Drake. And he said he's gonna deal with Eli Drake soon, Bobby Lashley. Since I was coming for the title before, that, right? And Eli Drake pretty much went on to say, I'm gonna take all the belts from you, Lashley. So he's gonna take away from him, because I'm gonna deal with you like I got bigger fish to fry then. Lashley pretty much walked away in and looked at Ciena's knockout title, and pretty much Ciena says, like, I don't think it's going to be that easy. So Lashley gets the knockouts title then, too. So you never know what's going to happen with that. Brother Nero and Broken Matt. Jeff Hardy is now broken. He looks like a zombie. And he talked about jumping off the ladder. But Matt, what do you talk to these ladders with drugs and everything? He brought Vanguard 1 with him. These ladders are obsolete. As Jeff knocked the ladders down, saying obsolete and singing, I fade away and classify myself as obsolete. And we will handle the ladders. We will delete all the ladders from outside. As Matt did his crazy face and weird laughs. So once again, Matt and Jeff are just insane, and it's great. Eli Drake came out, talked about he wants Lashley out here challenger right now, but Mahabali Shira came out, and Eli Drake did win the match. As we pretty much moved on. As we moved on, then Lashley was out in the ring. You know, he's been wrestling for over 13 years. He's been in MMA and stuff, but he called out Dixie and Billy Corgan, I guess, for some demands and stuff. And as Bobby Lashley pretty much talked to both of them, no, I'm not a dumb wrestler. He says he's a businessman and stuff. And you know, I make you guys richer and stuff. And I'm the top guy in this promotion right now. And I said, you know what? He said the King of the Mountain title, this title's going out because it's crap in the X Division, which is true. The King of the Mountain title is nothing really. And he said the X Division title sucked. It sucked too, so he wasn't a fan of any of the belts. Sorry, I had to catch something on TV, but he pretty much talked about both the belts, and you know, there needs to be an undisputed champion in pro wrestling, and I'm that guy. You know, once again, Lashley's just great on the microphone and stuff, and Dixie says, you have no right to make that decision. He says, I beat Eddie Edwards, I beat James Storm, I've beaten Drew Galloway, I've beaten EC3, I deserve more, and you know, since Billy Corgan is you know, the president now, he calls the shots and stuff, but Lashley says, and he says, what the hell is this King of the Mountain title and stuff? It's garbage. And the X Division, I've already beat the X Division. I tore the heart right out of the X Division and everything. As Dixie says, how dare you? Lashley pretty much left, and he said, you know what, I guess I'll just see you guys are bound for glory then when you found me an opponent. As Corgan pretty much said, next week's going to be an open invitation battle to challenge, I guess, Lashley or something for the X Division title next week. So, Lashley didn't want all 3 titles. He only needs 1 title to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and he doesn't need the X Division and the King of the Mountain belt, which, you know, he doesn't need the King of the Mountain title, but I thought the X title was actually good for him, so hopefully they can do something better with it instead of, you know, multi-man in the whole thing. The Bromans came out as it was a fatal 4-way for the #1 contendership for the tag team titles. It was the Bromans versus the Tribunal versus, you know, I said the Tribunal, the Dynasty, you know, thank goodness Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee getting a better opportunity for once, and versus the Hardy Boys for the #1 contendership for the tag team titles, as pretty much Matt and Jeff are just insane, as Matt bit everybody out there, even Raquel. This match was just so insane that Matt and Jeff literally just won the match with Matt climbing up the ladder and getting rid of the you know, the ladders. Matt does the crazy faces out there. So it was actually a great fatal 4-way ladder match. And once again, the Hardys are just crazy out there, and it's just enjoyable now with this gimmick. It's over. Broken Matt is over. It's, you know, it's so over. Come on, people are just now chanting delete, 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 and that's how great it is. So yeah, but I'm out here. I'll see you guys later. Check out the review. Peace.